Welcome to this video about working effectively with pastoral and safeguarding colleagues. The importance of joint SEND pastoral work. There are substantial and regular overlaps in SEND, pastoral care and safeguarding which require the designated SENCO, SEND team and school colleagues with pastoral and safeguarding responsibilities to work together closely, routinely and effectively. Ensuring that there are robust, comprehensive and holistic systems to identify pupils' needs and to put in place targeted additional support, ensuring that no pupil slips the net, is an integral part of the Assess Plan Do review cycle. This requires collaborative processes between the multiple school professionals that encompass SEND, additional needs including vulnerable children, behaviour support, attendance management and safeguarding. Drawing on the expertise and insights of key staff with these responsibilities is crucial. This allows us to consider both pastoral and SEND needs without unduly focusing on one to the detriment of the other. Pupil information. Have secure processes and digital platforms for sharing and updating information about pupils across SEND and pastoral teams. This includes, for example, having access to and being alerted to important safeguarding information and jointly updating pupil chronologies. Implement integrated systems for collating information about pupils to explore potential SEND. This involves clear processes and lines of responsibility between SEND and pastoral teams, including application and collation of staff round robins, checklists, screeners, class-based evidence, and parent views. Ensure there are clear lines of responsibilities between SEND and pastoral teams regarding who communicates key information and guidance about pupils to staff and how this is communicated across the school. And include on the SEND register relevant pastoral information and/or integrate it with a wider register or list of pupils who have additional needs and who require extra support. Pupil data. Monitor the attendance of pupils on the SEND register and work with pastoral teams undertaking work to increase attendance, which may involve work with education welfare and attendance management professionals. This includes also work to address persistent absenteeism and emotionally based school avoidance. Monitor behaviour data for pupils with SEND and work with pastoral teams undertaking work to improve behaviour, including work to reduce the risks of suspensions and exclusions. This includes work to explore possible underlying SEND for pupils who are presenting with behaviours that challenge. Monitor bullying data for pupils on the SEND register and work with pastoral teams undertaking work to address and reduce bullying and child-on-child abuse in the school. This includes also work to explore possible underlying SEND for pupils who are being bullied or who are bullying peers. Meetings. Lead on, attend and/or contribute to early help assessments and team around the child meetings, as well as other multi-agency meetings. This includes pupils with both assessed SEND and presenting SEND. Attend regular meetings within the normal school schedule to share pupil and family concerns, provide updates, and plan actions between SEND and pastoral teams underpinned by rigorous systems for internal triage. Working with parents. Ensure that school systems for signposting parents and carers to services in the local area are consistent and joined up. Ensure that parents, carers of pupils with identified or presenting SEND know who to make initial contact with inside the school, and matters relating to SEND coordination are appropriately logged and managed within SEND and pastoral teams. And enable pastoral teams to share their expertise in parent and carer forums and workshops that are focused on SEND topics. Working with external agencies. Lead on referrals to assessing professionals and agencies for areas of SEND that require the input of pastoral and safeguarding teams. This includes for any area of SEND, but it is especially the case with SEMH referrals. And make sure that there are systems in place for pastoral and safeguarding teams to track the status of referrals and to share outcomes of referrals with them. Pupil support. Lead on SEND interventions for pupils and contribute to interventions and other types of support that pupils with identified and presenting SEND may access that are coordinated by pastoral teams. Support provided by emotionally literacy support assistants and qualified counsellors, for example, may be the joint responsibility of both SEND teams and pastoral teams. Contribute to the organisation of wraparound support for pupils, for example, enrichment activities, lunchtime clubs, and out-of-hours provision. Contribute to pastoral support plans, behaviour support plans, risk assessments, safety plans, and individual healthcare plans, ensuring that any relevant SEND information and strategies are included. Coordinate transition processes jointly with pastoral teams. This includes transition work with feeder schools and settings, working with parents and carers, and direct work with pupils. Lead on access arrangement processes for all applicable pupils, including for pupils whose support is usually led more by pastoral teams. And ensure that provision maps incorporate appropriate pastoral supports that are provided to pupils. Pastoral teams should have access to these provision maps and contribute to planning and evaluating interventions. Staff training. Work with pastoral and safeguarding leads to strategically plan and evaluate the program of continuing professional development for staff in the school. This includes ensuring that training and other forms of CPD are responsive to pupil needs and identify gaps in knowledge and skills. Examples include refresher SEND training for teachers and pastoral staff, including training to avoid misconceptions, safeguarding training for teaching assistants, and behaviour and safeguarding training that includes coverage of the additional needs of some pupils with SEND. Key documents. Ensure that the statutorily required SEND information report is co-produced with parents and carers, pupils and staff, including the staff from pastoral and safeguarding teams. This ensures that the content of the SEND information report captures the school's offer relating to pastoral care and safeguarding. Check that parts of the school website relating to pastoral care and safeguarding are consistent with the content of the SEND information report and the SEND web pages. And make sure that SEND, inclusion, safeguarding and pastoral policies, for example, behaviour, bullying, attendance, health needs and well-being, are all clearly linked with each other. Work together to review and develop these policies over time. Strategic work. Ensure that strategic meetings and documentation with link governors and senior leaders are led jointly with pastoral and safeguarding leads. Key leads should have access to these documents to ensure that data and plans are triangulated and to ensure that governance provides cohesive strategic support and challenge. Jointly lead learning walks with colleagues with direct responsibility for behaviour and well-being. Contribute to and have access to whole school improvement plans and the cyclical audit, review and planning work that underpins this work. These improvement plans link with strategic SEND, pastoral safeguarding, parent partnership and wider inclusion development work across the school. And contribute to the school's wider emotional well-being and mental health programs and initiatives, for example, peer support programs, theme days and weeks, parent-carer sessions and assemblies. This ensures that these programs and initiatives are SEND inclusive. This is the end of this video. You can view more videos in this channel on the Bite Size series, including other Bite Size Senko videos.